Broadcasting live from Dar es Salaam, this is TBC News, our top stories tonight. From traditional to multi-billion-dollar ties, we explore Tanzania-UAE ties potentials. CSAM conference kicks off, stresses collaboration. Good evening, I am Tedim Paranyanga. You can also follow us live on our YouTube channel, TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan has met and held talks with the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, on the sidelines of the World Government Forum in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Both leaders have agreed to cooperate on various issues, including promoting tourism for mutual benefit. President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan is in Dubai to attend two major global forums which bring together heads of state, experts and innovators to discuss governance and development. Tanzania leverages its participation in the forums to advance its National Development Vision 2050, DIRA 2050, a newly revised foreign policy centered on economic diplomacy, with the focus of transforming Tanzania into a high-income, industrialized nation with a $1 trillion economy and a per capita income of $7,000. President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan's attendance at the World Government Summit 2026 and the Global Africa Investment Summit in Dubai, starting from today, is a significant move for Tanzania, and the nation launches its Vision 2050, manifesting post-election stability and advancing economic diplomacy. To discuss this and more, I'm joined in the studio by Reeves Ngalemwa, who is the CEO of Corporate Conferences Tanzania and a political and development stakeholder. Welcome, Reeves, to TBC News.
Thank you for having me, Teddy.
Okay, let's discuss the agenda at hand. What significance does Dr. Samia's attendance to the two global summits, the World Government Summit 2026 and the Global Africa Investment Summit, have to Tanzania as a nation?
Her participation, along with her team, as you know, she has traveled with a number of experts, policymakers, private practitioners. It's very important to participate in those two key summits. As you know, the summits provides a platform for showcasing our investment policies, but also is a platform where we connect with major economies, with the representatives of major economies. And, you know, talking of the African continent in general, I think we need such platforms to be able to like advertise what we have. But also, this platform is a kind of a combined platform. You have the Global Africa Investment Summit running along or together with the World Government Summit. You know, the relationship of the two summits provides an opportunity now for a country like Tanzania, especially when you consider we have just, you know, moved from elections now. And we have some key important issues to address and to make the world understand us. We have the Tanzania Development Vision 2050. It's at play now, but we also have our newly revised foreign policy. So implementation of these two, I would say, documents would require some kind of advocacy and publicity. So the best place to publicize all these directions is in those two summits.
Okay, now as the UAE access the eastern and western power bridges. What can be done now to increase Tanzanian agricultural products to the United Arab Emirates beyond gold and raw tobacco?
Well, I don't know, by design or default, UAE seems to be seen as an alternative kind of market, and I think an alternative to traditional markets that we were used, that being of the east or west. Yes, what we need is to increase our engagements with the UAE, and since they have initiated their platform, I think that was in 2013 when they started to have these world government summits, and Tanzania has been taking part in those. But more significantly now is that the country is shifting from the vision that has just ended, and now as we embark to a new vision, we really need UAE to come into play. We are there already with them. There are some key projects here being run by UAE companies, like the DP World are running our ports here. So I would say we have a history working together with the UAE. But now what we need to do now is, instead of only relying on those Western markets, or even when it comes to direct investments, instead of only relying on Western or Eastern investments, now we may attract direct investments from UAE countries. And as you know, the world now moves, talking of agriculture, for example, the world moves much more towards organic products. And we in Africa and in Tanzania are in a much better position to, supply the world with the organic food produce, for example. So I think we need to work with our experts here in Tanzania, make sure that we produce according to the market requirements. We need to produce that one. And looking at Arab, let me call it a continent, looking at the Arab continent, agricultural activities are minimal there. So if the continent of Africa will take advantage of that, Tanzania especially, we produce a lot of crops, a lot of fruits, a lot of veggies. Now let us produce them to a level, to a standard, which might be appreciated by the UAE countries. Let us sell more agricultural products there. As you know, we may sell gold or rare earth minerals to either Europe or America or even Russia and China. But some other consumable items like food, we may increase our export of food and other related products to UAE. Now, let us improve on agriculture. Let us work on our policies. Let us invest more on agriculture. Let me appreciate the efforts so far made by Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. Budgets in agriculture seems to be increasing, on the increase on annual basis. And now financing agriculture with the focus to the youth is ongoing. So I believe if all that we have put up in place, all the plans that we have just seen being launched by the minister at the parliament there, and also given what has been emphasized on Her Excellency's speech as he was addressing the parliament, I believe putting all these efforts together, we may be able to realize expectations of the UAE countries and improve our economies.
Now, seeing the great potential that the UAE holds, can the United Arab Emirates be a strategic alternative to traditional world powers like the US or European countries or even China to Africa?
There seem to be an alternative, yes, as I said, and some initiatives that are being implemented here in Tanzania can prove that. As I said before, we are improving some services here with them, like the DP World. But when you see the world which is now kind of divided. The attention is divided. Now, see what's happening between Europe and America, for example. And you see what's happening in Russia, China, towards Africa, but Europe towards Africa. I mean, their visions, their expectations, and America towards Africa. When you see all this and what is happening in the Western Hemisphere, the issue at Venezuela, all these dynamics, the geopolitical, geoeconomic dynamics happening in the world, has to kind of prepare us for whatever unexpected situation that may arise. So working with the UAE, I think is the best way to go. This does not mean to kind of reduce or divert our attention to our traditional partners. Yes. But yes, if there's a potential in this other wing, why not? And given our position as non-aligned state, we are free now to engage and collaborate with any other power center or with any other region with the potentials to make us, improve our economies. So I think it's an alternative. We would say yes. It seems to be an alternative.
Okay.
Who declared it?
Yes.
I don't know. Who decided that it should be an alternative now? But honestly speaking, they seem to be standing as an alternative to those traditional sponsors and friends.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Reeves. Our time is a bit limited, but thank you very much. I think that marks the end of our interview.
Maybe as I part ways with you, I would say now the youth of this country have to take these initiatives by the president and the government team in general as an opportunity. I would urge the youth in Tanzania to follow up on all these developments so that they can tap on whatever opportunity that presents itself. There will be some discussions there, probably signing of contracts and agreements, bilateral, agreements and approaches, which, in the end will benefit the young people of this country who, I would say, the Vision 2050 is for them. The country is for them now, so they should take note of that and embrace all the opportunities coming on their way.
Definitely, such a strong message to the youth of Tanzania. I hope that is well taken. And on to the next news. Prime Minister Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba urges African countries to collaborate in addressing the rapidly growing challenges in the agricultural sector, including climate change, severe labor shortages, and poor agricultural equipment, so as to modernize the agricultural sector and ensure regional food security. Dr. Nchemba made the call while opening the first African Regional Conference on Sustainable Agriculture Mechanization, which aims to lay the foundation for regional cooperation in developing the agenda for a framework for sustainable agricultural mechanization in Africa. Here's a story by Henry Mabumo, read by Esther Dos.
More than 1,500 agriculture stakeholders from African countries are meeting in Tanzania for 3 days to exchange knowledge, experiences, and explore possible solutions for the sustainable and efficient use of agriculture machinery. Opening the conference, the Prime Minister, Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba, said investment in agriculture machinery in Africa do not reflect the real needs of smallholder farmers, and at a time due to lack of capital, weak service systems, and the challenge of access to such machinery.
Lack of technical skills is a big challenge in accessing appropriate tools, have resulted in poor use of agricultural equipment, low productivity, significantly post-harvest losses, and disruptions along the agricultural value chain.
He then touched upon the challenges of the lack of relevant agriculture technology affecting the participation of youth in the sector.
It is unrealistic and merely theoretical to claim that modern educated youth, graduates from various levels, can be sent to engage in agriculture using outdated tools. This has been a major reason why young people are reluctant to take up farming.
Earlier, the Minister of Agriculture, Daniel Chongolo, said that agriculture machinery should reduce the workload and increase productivity, adding that the government plans to purchase 10,000 tractors to boost agriculture in the country.
Malengo hayo ni sehemu ya kufanikisha utekelezaji wa dira ya taifa.
These objectives are part of the efforts to successfully implement the National Development Vision 2050, the 2013 Agricultural Policy, the Comprehensive Agricultural Sector Reform Program 2050, the Tanzania Agricultural Master Plan 2050, and the Sustainable Use of Agricultural Mechanization Program.
On the other hand, the Minister of Livestock and Fisheries, Dr. Bashiru Ali, says investment in education and energy is critical.
There are two key factors that assure us of success going forward. The first is the government's substantial investment in the education sector. All the changes we are implementing are fundamentally anchored in people's knowledge and skills.
The Deputy Director General of the World Food Organization, Beth Bachtel, commends Tanzania for the major reforms it has made in the agriculture sector.
And I will also say to this room, we are not in Tanzania by accident. This is a country investing in the hard and practical work of transforming agriculture, from irrigation and market access to mechanization services that actually reach smallholder.
Mechanization is in reality a bundle of technical, economic, social and institutional changes that interact across the whole agri-food system.
The agriculture sector in Tanzania continues to be a key sector in the country, contributing 29% of the national GDP while employing 70% of the country's population.
Emphasis has been put on establishing secure digital transformation systems that will ensure support to both users and infrastructure, so as to make Tanzania's digital transformation lead to securing competitive economy. Speaking to TBC News, Director General of Tanzania Information and Communication Technologies, Dr. Nkundo Masaga, insists on the importance of building trust among users through secure digital public infrastructure.
The transformation we are envisioning is the one that will have different kind of systems, and system will support our economy, support industry, will support education, basically to support everything that touch our people. Now, in that pillar, there is an issue of cybersecurity, which is very important for us to focus on, because if digital transformation is a driver for DILA 2050, then it has to be secure. Her Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, she number of times directed us to ensure that we provide digital ID number for our people, to make systems so that they can be able to talk to each other, the interoperability of the systems, and also to create the payment system.
Some of the IT experts say cybersecurity is core to digital economy, especially at this time that many countries and individuals' main economic activities depend on digital operations.
As to build a digital nation, we have to think of security at its core. We need to think that security has to be embedded from the design, that how are we protecting these systems? Because now everything is digitally, even investors, they want to do business in Tanzania, they go to a portal, register and all that. So what if they get compromised through those platforms?
So there is the government that the government is playing its part. Number one, to provide awareness to the general public by sending SMSs, right? They also the part of the telecom themselves. They also have a role to play, but also us as individuals.
Don't visit suspicious websites. Don't visit or don't join the groups that you are not aware of. Deactivate auto downloads of pictures on your phones, because some pictures are actually encoded with backlogs. So ideally, you're downloading a virus into your application, into your phone or your laptop. Be cautious while using the internet.
Cybersecurity is no longer just a technical issue in Africa. It has become a foundational pillar for the continent's economic stability and digital growth, as Africa's digital economy is projected to contribute up to $1 billion by 2050, and the lack of robust security remains as a major drag on this potential. The Executive Secretary of the Central Corridor Transport Facilitation Agency Flori Okandijo, says the commencement of operations of MV New Mwanza has opened new trade borders between Central Corridor member countries. He made the remarks in Mwanza, emphasizing that the launch of the ship will help reduce transportation costs and increase the profits to their businesses, insisting that the ship has created new opportunities for Tanzanian, Kenyan and Ugandan traders.
The Central Corridor is a multimodal transport network system. We are doing road transport, railway transport, waterways transport, and air transport. Now, in each network of transport, the countries is developing a new system which is the fastest and the cheapest in order to decrease the cost of transport along the Central Corridor. You cannot improve the economy of your country and fight against the poverty without railway transport, because the waterways transport is one of the cheapest model of transport within the world. So now this...
On the other hand, the managing director of Tashiko, Eric Hamisi, which is the shipping company, says the MV New Mwanza says until 23 January 2026, the ship has already made 6 test trips carrying 800 tons of cargo and more than 8,000 passengers.
The ship to have both capacity to carry both passengers and cargo, because we feel that it is more cost efficient to do that, because you carry passengers at the same time you carry cargo. If you don't have enough passengers and you have enough cargo, you can still take the vessel to a desired destination. Our long-term, our short and medium and long-term is to increase our fleet.
Yes.
We have seen an increased demand for ship operations in the region.
The MV New Mwanza ship is 92.6 meters long, 17 meters wide and 4 stories high. It was built by more than 200 Tanzanians at a cost of 120 billion shillings and has the capacity to carry 1,200 passengers and 400 tons of cargo, 3 large vehicles and 20 small vehicles. Tanzanians have been urged to adopt digital payment services in line with the national strategy of building a cashless economy. The call was made in Dar es Salaam by Absa Bank Managing Director Obaid Liza, driving on. The call was made in Dar es Salaam by Absa Bank Managing Director Obaid Liza during an award ceremony of the grand winners of the bank's digital payment awareness campaign. Liza insists the use of digital payment systems is safe, enhances financial transparency, and helps reduce revenue leakages in the economy, while also improving the efficiency of business transactions.
Digital banking is not just about convenience. It is also about safety and security. As I've said, cashless transaction reduce risk, it increase transparency and give customers more control over their finances. At the same time, this campaign strongly supports government drive to deepen financial inclusion and promote modern, efficient payment ecosystem in Tanzania. So when customers choose digital banking, everyone wins. Individuals, our customers, businesses, and the economy as a whole.
I bank with you, my business, my daughter, my personal, like Absa is home. So I'm so happy, so happy to get a reward for all the transactions over the years.
Through the campaign, a total of 120 million Tanzanian shillings was spent on prizes benefiting 72 participants. The overall winner of the campaign received a cash prize of 30 million shillings. And on to the next news. Small and medium-sized businesses in Tanzania are urged to embrace artificial intelligence technology as it has become a key driver of competitiveness and growth in the modern economy. Speaking in Dar es Salaam during the launch of an online learning platform on artificial intelligence, the Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Tanzanian Employers, Suzanne Ndomba, emphasizes that adopting AI tools will help businesses improve efficiency, expand markets, and remain relevant in a rapidly evolving digital landscape.
AI is inclusive, is for sustainable economic growth. The program will be delivered online, and I said Amadou will be explained. We are supposed to use it to make sure that it's not about that, it's about reskilling our workers. As an employee organization, and since we have employees in this room, that to make sure that we facilitate our employees to use this technological advancement.
And now let us take a look at the sports news, where Young Africans head coach Pedro Goncalves believes that the victory against Moroccan side as far as Rabat will give them a good chance to qualify for CAF Champions League quarter-finals. Head coach Goncalves says his team's fans should be assured that his club is heading to Morocco to fight for the vital 3 points of the CAF Champions League.
We're going to play a final. This is the truth. Perhaps the draw keeps the thing to the 6th round. Really, in the end, the draw will be not bad for us. But I think the both teams will play for win, because if we win, we know we qualify. And the thing is very clear. If we win, we qualify. If we draw, we keep everything alive. If we lose by 1, keep everything alive with difficult part for us. And if we draw for 2, we'll finish that season in Champions League. So let's focus in our potential and our capacities. As I said in the beginning, we have conscience, but we are confident.
And that is sports news. And before we wind up our news bulletin, let us take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
My name is Godfrey Kazenja. I present to you 24 hours weather forecast from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. For tonight, we expect future particular condition, rain shower over few areas over southern Western Highland, southern Morogoro, Rovuma, together Lindi and Mtwara. The rest part of our country expect future particular condition. For tomorrow, average wind speed expected over the most part of our country, and scarcity of rainfall signal are over the most part of our country. For tomorrow, expect future particular condition, thunder shower over few areas in sun period over the western part, southern Western Highland, southern Morogoro, Rovuma, together to Lindi and Mtwara, while Singida and Dodoma expect to future particular condition, rain shower over few areas in sun period. The rest part of our country expect future particular condition and long sun period. Let's have a look for the 4 days weather forecast for some part of our country. Starting from the day after tomorrow, Dar es Salaam expect future light rain shower, while Dodoma expect future thunder shower over few areas in sun period. Likewise, Mbeya expect future particular condition, thunder shower over few areas in sun period. And in Mwanza expect future particular condition, thunder shower over few areas in sun period. Kilimanjaro expect future particular condition, thunder shower over few areas in sun period. Morogoro expect future light rain shower, together with rain shower and thunder shower over few areas. Arusha expect future thunder shower over few areas in sun period. Dear viewer, thank you for watching us and have a good time.
And that marks the end of our news bulletin for tonight. Don't forget to watch our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Teddy Mpanyanga. Have a splendid night.
Unaangalia TBC1, ukweli na uhakika.